Okay, this is a video on me changing my fuel pump on my, the Kawasaki, the farm Kawasaki. We'll get to this in a second. I'll go over how I troubleshot it. I didn't have the camera excuse me, when I did it the last time, but I got the part on order and it's here. And here's the second one. There's a couple of choices you get. They're all made in China. Here is one of the units. It's a Yoida. And this is the one I got first and I opened up. It's LPNRR, it looks like BD 5957792. Came with a hose and a filter and a gasket and another hose I evidently misplaced. I had to get a 1 3/4 inch P clamp to mount it. I also bought some cheap hose clamps. Okay, so this is what I'm going to install with the filter and hose on the Kawasaki. So let me readjust here. Stand by. Alright, in trying to detail my troubleshooting, let me hopefully zoom in just a little here. Alright, this is the utility vehicle service manual. Okay, I use this to troubleshoot, but basically this is the fuel pump. I bought mine on Amazon, and if you take a look at the fuel pump, I'm not going to read most of this or all of it, but there you go. This is a fuel pump and the assembly. I also took a look when I troubleshot, and it talks about the electrical system. This is the second thing I did for the fuel pump. Basically, if you look, it says it does not operate with the ignition switch turned on alone. That's important to know. The pump operates when the engine is running. That's a good thing. And it also does when the level in the fuel float chamber is low. The fuel pump operates to supply fuel into the chamber. Excuse me. Get frogs in my throat. All right. So there is how it works. It shows you a picture, and I'll get to the schematics, but I hooked up a scope to it and I let it run for a minute, and then when it died, the relay light turned on the meter. Okay, here's the electrical schematic. Okay, let's see how this is, and here is the fuel pump relay, and that was actually working fine. What I did is I'll show you. Well, I connected to the input to the fuel pump, and with that it went high, and there's also a fuse panel. You can see the fuse panel, so take note. I'm going to move this slow so you can see that, but that's in essence all I did to troubleshoot it, and I did that last time I was here, and then I went on home, or back up to Alabama, down to Alabama, and I ordered the parts. So I'm here and I'm going to install it and get it running. Okay, so I'm gonna move on out to the barn. Just one other note. This is going to be the first in a series because I'm going to do a few things to the old Mule. When I bought the unit, I ended up going out and buying the service manual because you're going to need this over time. So back in 2013. So my brother had retired and moved back here and did some work on it, and he changed everything. You can see the filters that he wrote up in the front of the book, so he didn't have to look it up each time. And the new fuel pump was done on March 20th of 2013. So I'll write this in once I'm done, but this is how you how we're going to keep track of this. And I got to replace the plugs. I got to do some cleanup. You'll see that it looks like it's has 10-15 years of being used. It's a good running machine. Thank you. All right, this may be a better camera angle. So let's see what I got. I obviously, this fuel filter good or not? It looks great. It's in the right direction. So what I'm going to do is leave that there and connected. I need to find a new mounting place for the filter. Where'd I take this out at? Okay, right there is where it looks like it was. Let's see if I can see it here. There's a screw that was here, I bet. No, he had it here. I see. I see. Okay. So the nice thing is with the generator not running, you can hear me. But as you can tell, I need to clean this puppy up and a few other things. But the screw, I got a 5/16 or an 8mm. They're approximately the same. Let me make sure the camera's working. Okay. There we go. Okay. Lights on. Okay. All right. Here's the fuel pump. Okay, I think chocolate chip. Oh, that's what he got. Woo! Okay. Okay, I'm going to rotate this direction. Okay, the pump is in and there the hoses are. I had to pull it back out to get the hoses on because the hoses were a very tight fit. had to go get a knife and a quarter inch oh, well, I'm having trouble with my mouth now. A quarter inch drive. I decided to reuse the clamps. Okay, well, I keep hitting a lot of things with my head and it's kind of irritating me some. Okay, this should fit on up and over. As a matter of fact, I kind of like that filter because you can use two different types of lines on it. That was smart thinking on someone's part, or smart procuring on my brother's part. Okay, so that's the in. This is the out, is the other end. Oh, man, and I'm just going to double check and tighten. I'm doing a little struggling here. Up, twist. There we go. So that's that, that's that. I'm going to leave the fuel line long. Hopefully I can get this on without a struggle, but I doubt it. You go set this down over here and bump into the air compressor, and I'm going to be straightening up this garage in no time here because I'm really tired of this. Okay. Then I need to work on my Ford. That'll be some more video. My 93 that I got running right well, that it's not quite good enough. Has two fuel tanks, one gauge doesn't read properly. But okay. Got the slide past. Get this to go down. This is the original wire harness. We got a plus here. So this is the plus. That's why this has the cover on it. So you can't short it out basically, or easily anyway. Let's just say that, easily. Okay, and then this is a minus. And so it appears to be the correct direction. Connection's firm. Okay. Okay, let's tools were all cleared off. Get the earbuds out of my ear. Get the key and hear if we hear a sound. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Okay, think positive. We're still recording. Choke is on. I think I hear it working here, like that every so often. So now it's time for me to go take it for a ride. So that's the end of the video. Or this will be. That's where I installed it. And it's going good. So I'm going to take it out for a test drive and then clean up the garage. Thank you, and thanks for watching. And they say give it a thumbs up. Why not? And like I said, this is the first video. I need to get this running so I can go up on top of the hill and cut down trees. Not a whole lot, but make a path. There's a lot of trees, but there you go. There's the old Yugoslavian and the new Massey Ferguson tractor. It rained, so I couldn't bush hog, but I certainly can clean up this messy garage. And this is all my own doing.